Good morning, Monday morning. No, it's not Monday morning, it's Tuesday morning because it's bank holiday. So another short week, although they don't really feel like short weeks. I've got no voice again because obviously we played yesterday, we played Saturday, and we had 9 fit players for the team. That's like semi-professional team. We had 9 fit players, and I had to play, wasn't fit. We had another lad who wasn't fit, and it's like weird conversations you never thought you'd have to have as a manager. Like, right, we've got 9 fit players, we've got 2 of us, like, where can the 2 of us play where we're going to be like least likely to get injured? So I went centre back, it was fine, and the other lad went left mid, but was like struggling, so he just sort of stood. In the end of the game, he just sort of stood there and didn't like didn't run, but you know, did enough to affect the game. And we were 0-0 at 80 minutes, and you're thinking, this is it, this is the one, against all the odds, this is the game, we're going to get a result. And we had chances as well to score. We probably had better chances than them in the first half, and yeah, we conceded in the 80 something minute, and then in the 88th minute or whatever lost 2-0. But probably one of the better games we played. I haven't said we lost 2-0, it sounds dead weird to say that. And then yesterday we had more people back, last home game of the season. However, we lost 5-0. Our keeper got injured in the first 10 minutes, and our striker had to go in goal. So again, sounds like I'm coming up with excuses for why we keep losing, but we're not good enough is why we keep losing. But yeah, these bits don't help when you're down there and you need a bit of luck. I didn't play yesterday because I played Saturday, and I've been getting the chest pains. I've been to the doctors for it. However, I was getting the pains like when I was playing, so I was like, nah, there's something's not right here. So yeah, went and got some more advice. I'm going to go and pay for a private consultation as well. Right, so on the yard, and I've got my office, storage, toilets, tea room. Phil's just going to sort all the rubbish out because me and Paul are going to go and pick the tipper up now, hopefully, and get a cage for the gas. Is that you? No. But Phil's just going to go and get the rubbish out of the I think those 2 have still got bits of rubbish in, and hopefully we'll have a little empty bin then. Right, you ready? And then me and Paul are going to go and pick up the gas, swap the gas bottle. When you have a gas bottle, you've got to have a cage and a lockable cage and stuff. So we're going to go and pick one of them up. I've ordered one from Express Gas. The forklift? But we don't have gas bottles, do we? So beforehand, I've only ever had that gas bottle. So there's no risk of someone thinking... That gas bottle on, that was left loose around here. Oh no, but that's what I mean. So only since I've bought another gas bottle, I'm like, you're meant to have all the gas bottles in one thing. But it'd be good to have 2, because obviously every time you're using this and it runs out, it's always when you're like a panic thing. Yeah, it's always when you're using it, isn't it? That you're like, oh, it's gone, ran out. I'll get, and you're like, I've got to run and get it now. Yeah, so I could do with having like a couple of bottles, and then it's like, you've got extra. And then they exchange them then. Right, see you in a minute. Right, so we've come to Express Gas, and we're going to get a new bottle off them, and they've got a spare little cage that they're going to sell us as well, that I can have on the yard and put a lock on, etc. Let's go in and see. So we've got our lockable gas storage thing. I was just saying it, every time I make space on the yard, I start filling it. And then you said we've got another one, haven't we, for the heater?
Doesn't want to play.
What that?
Yeah.
Hopefully it's on with the spanner. And the van's not ready to pick up yet. Waiting on a mirror. Waiting on the little tiny glass. You know when people drive past the smacky mirror and they crack the little tiny one. I just need to buy loads of them because they're all, I think every time we do a MOT that comes up.
People wouldn't do a thing like that, would they?
I know it's the other one you do. That one.
What one? That big one?
That one, and it turns the other way that you'd expect on gas. Any other ones? Where did you say the other one was? I didn't even realise we had these other two. So we've got one on the forklift now, which is not full, but will be almost full. That one's empty. That one's full. That one's should be alright. We haven't felt it much. Sound, and I'll just stick one of the little locks on this now. I didn't think me triple ladders were that small, but we'll have to go and hire one because you can see these need the gutters doing, can't you? Stuff growing out of it. Right, I'll go and hire one now around the corner. So we've just been to Wirral Tool Hire and got bigger ladders so we can get this gutter cleaned, and then there's a job there as well that we've got to do the gutters, so hopefully we'll get the two done. And I might as well see if Brickworks want their gutters doing as well while we're here. Right, back in the van because I've just had to go and pick Rachel up as her car needs to go in for an MOT. It's like the week or month of MOTs at the minute. And when you're self-employed, people think that you just sit there doing nothing and that you can pick them up and do whatever. But yeah, I've got one in the bank now with Rachel where if I need her to pick me up from somewhere, I've got one in the bank, although two, because she'll want me to drop her off as well to pick her up. I'm just going to meet the owner of the loft extension that we're doing and go through the electrics with him. So we were just going to do the structure on that, and then which way is it? This way, yeah. And then we've obviously done that really well, quick or whatever, and he's asked can we carry on and, you know, just do as much as we can now really. So yeah, he's happy with obviously the quality of the work and obviously the price of we're doing stuff. So, and it always makes sense if you can find one person, one company who can go through with the job and just go one onto the next. You don't have that. I was in the WhatsApp group the other day and they were talking about it, actually saying that like trades just come in and just hammer each other. Like one of my mates has got a painter in his house now and the painter's like, oh god, who done this plastering? Oh god, it's going to take me ages. Oh, it's going to need sanding and filling and that's why like we try and do a lot of it, especially when we do plastering. We'll always offer to white, like mist coat it, paint it white, so that we can go over and go, yeah, we're happy with that. Right, let's go and have a look and see if mark out where he wants the electrics and just see if there's any advice or anything we can give them, because we've done, you know, loads of loft extensions, so you might have an idea and I'd turn around and go, oh well, you know, that'll cause these sorts of problems in the past. So one of them is at the minute he wants to put a stud wall in for the wardrobe. He wants to have like a walk-in wardrobe, and I've said to him, well, it's good having a walk-in wardrobe. It doesn't necessarily add any value or anything, but it does take away a lot from the room, because when you look at the room, if you've got a stud wall, it just instantly makes the room feel smaller, whereas if you just have open plan wardrobes, or even just a section and maybe with like a little wardrobe return, it's still, you walk in and go, oh my god, this loft's massive, and you've still got that usability of it. Because I always feel even when you're putting stud walls up, you're losing like, you know, 100, 150 mil with the stud, the plasterboard, the skirting, and yeah, Might not sound much, but when you're doing it in a loft, it's just that visual. I said, you know, eventually if you ever wants to sell it, like that's going to be the main room in the house that you want people to walk in and go, yeah, this room's massive. That's the big selling point. Whereas as soon as you start putting walls and dividers in, it makes it, you go, Right, let's go in here, have a look, and hopefully Phil and Paul are cracking on with that gutter job, and then they're going to take the lads over the road and start looking at the other one. So, just at the loft extension job now. Front roof's on, looks good. Chimney stacks down. And I say, they've rebuilt it all. Renders all off. Windows are getting made now. So, it's all go at the minute. Let's go and have a look at the back. See where they're up to and see all the renders off here. And battens all done on the side, cement boards ready for... You right? Go and have a look inside. Just go, we've got steel here, haven't we?
Yep.
I was going to say, yeah, don't worry, don't put too much weight on it unless it is on a steel. So we want a pendant in the middle and then a pendant here because it's gonna come up here, isn't it, the stairs?
It's going to be a doorway literally there.
Yeah, so the doorway will be there, you've got a 400 landing.
Oh, he wants a second pendant here.
So he wants a second one here. But is he going to have a door there, yeah?
The door's literally right in front of your toes.
So he's not going to have a door there? Yeah, I don't know, I wouldn't have one here, but he was just saying, like, you know... So you'll open that, won't you, and your switch will be here.
Yeah.
So we're going to put a stud wall there once the stairs in.
Yep. Yeah, that's kind of not sure because it'll be all sort of once stuff's in where we can put cupboards and just maximise.
The only base space is that I'm not sure about.
That's going to be like an entry into there.
No. So I've just gone through it with him, and he's going to have like 600 wardrobes here. So wherever they meet the roof, once we've done it, insulated it and boarded it, then we'll just put a quadrant, like strip light, all the way down. So you just need a feed at the end, or wherever he wants to. He's going to let me know where he wants, if he wants this on a sensor. So like what I've done in mine, either put the sensor in the kickboard or put the sensor somewhere where it only comes on when you walk in this area.
Yeah.
So if that's why I've done mine in the kickboard of the wardrobes there, because otherwise, like, as you walk here, it won't come on. But then as soon as you step like here, it'll come on. Otherwise it'll come on every time. So it's trying to find somewhere, or you have it like there, straight opposite. And it's like...
Oh, there's going to be something on that back wall, I think.
Well, so what I've just said to him then, a few ideas was wardrobes along here, and then they stop, or they carry on to there, and then have the seat here. So you can have a seat here with a mirror, and that's almost like the little makeup desk. And then he wants like IKEA drawers, that full length. So that'll make that space, you know, usable, but like a bit awkward. Because by the time you put like a stud there, that's going to be the only thing you can do really is, you know, you've got a bit of access for drawers. And then similar to what I've done in mine, I think we worked out the drawers would start here and be 600, so to there. So then he'll have basically 1,200 of that as like a bit of loft space for his Christmas tree and stuff. But he'll access by pulling the drawers out. That's what I've done in mine. And that way he should be able to get 5, 10, 15, 20 drawers, maybe 25 drawers in there. So it'll look massive. And then he's still got 1.2 metres.
Proper panic room then, isn't it?
So it's just going to let me know about some of the electrics bits, but Yeah, and then bathroom here.
And that area there can be done. Then once we've got our stairs and know our head heights, we can work off that and
work off where the walls will be.
add in.
And then this one, I didn't realise the door's there, isn't it? It's a pocket door.
Yeah, sliding door.
So we need to order that.
He's ordered it.
Oh, has he done it? Oh, right. Oh, he's just sent me to order it then, maybe he hasn't.
Oh.
I'll check. But then he wants a mirror here. So just put a permanent feed in for that. A mirror with a light. Extractor fan, do the same. Vent out the... what's it called? Out the fascia soffit. Yeah. And then he wants a humidity extractor fan. So we'll just put, again, the switch above the door. Or the other side, won't it?
Put the fan above the window,
Yeah, out the way.
So there's going to be a thermostat shower with the one where it's not a
Concealed.
It's the shower will come out of the wall.
Yeah, concealed.
And the taps will be
So I told him he needs to order that so that we can fit it now. We've just done that in the extension job we just done. But yeah, anything else you can think of? Oh, that was the other one. So he wants Cat 5, Cat 6 cable there. Yeah, so basically obviously where that'll be, the pocket door will go that way. The only place you can have his telly's there. So I've said put a socket and a Cat 5, 6 cable and we'll run that down and join it to run it down with the electrics to the board. And then we can go under the floorboards into the front room where his router is. And that way he's got... And then he said do the same in the office. So we can do that, run it down to the board again, and then we'll run them up underneath the...
Have you seen where his board is?
Under the stairs. Yeah, we'll just have to do our best. Right, music's coming on, I better go.
I'll make sure I'm not around for that bit.
So, we're just laughing because I was just saying about putting a new ring in for the upstairs. However, Ben showed me that the board is there. In a, what do you call it, a dog kennel. How are you going to test that? Eh? So, the board is literally there. So, we could run cables straight up here, and then obviously we're into the off floor, and we're... But you might have to like knock some of that off to see if you can. But before you do that, I was just saying, check the board, see what the ring main is for the upstairs. If the downstairs and upstairs are separate, I'm just worried that you might have put the upstairs and downstairs on one ring, and then we can't add the loft onto it. But if they've done the downstairs and kitchen separate and upstairs is just those 2-3 bedrooms, what we can do is we can extend the ring then up to the loft, and we haven't got to do any... Oh, but then you've got the lights as well, haven't you? I think you're going to be better just doing it again and just channeling it down there. If you'll have to knock a bit of plaster off there and see whether you can get a wire between the string of the stairs and the brickwork.
Yeah, you won't be able to do that.
No, is it tight?
Yeah, I can see it from here.
Oh, right. So the only other way is you've got to channel down, haven't you, and get under the floorboards and then get over to there. But it's all this floor's all done, isn't it? Staying in. Yeah. That's an interesting one, isn't it? Let me have a little think, see if we can come up with something else then. Another way of doing it. Did you see on the board whether it was downstairs, upstairs ring?
I think it was.
Yeah, alright, let's try that, testing that then and see if we can extend it. So what you just took out the Smith arm on was as much as that. So you can see they just cleaned the gutters on this job that were leaking, causing damp, and they were just absolutely full, they said. So they've literally had all these piles of stuff here. We'll get that cleared up, and then did you see anywhere on the joins and stuff that needed?
I'd say I look like your wage one. there above that window bay.
Yeah.
But there's two half the tiles. See where we've left the ladder?
Yeah.
Brought one of them down, the slate. They're out of place.
Alright, so they need putting back in. So it could be a mix of the gutters being blocked and a tile. Let's go up and have a look. You can see how much they clean the gutters out there. And you can see one slate miss there. There's one at the top, two at the top, another one at the top. Yeah. Maybe a job they wait for the cherry pick of that. Would be better, wouldn't it? And look, all the flashing's gone round the chimney. There's actually no flashing. Bloody hell. That's either a scaffold job, which would also require a permit, or wait for the cherry picker. But they won't want to wait, so I'll have to send them that. Say, look, there's no flashing on the chimney. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 slates missing. Yeah. Right, just come to the damp proof job that Ronnie and Phil have boxed off, so I don't know why Ronnie does that. Looks alright, doesn't it? There's some thingy, there's just that bulb's a bit gone. But yeah, no more damp. All these walls, and then just put a bit of a bead on. It's hard on these jobs because, like, where do you stop? Sound in the back. The thing is, like, he's not put the rad on, so that's not how we finish stuff either. To be honest, I'm not overly impressed or happy with this job. Someone gets you in to do a job and they don't expect you to cause more damage than what you've done. Hopefully we can, like, jet wash that rug or something, get that back in here. There was a bit here that we missed, just had a big hole, so we've put a bit of plasterboard in now. We're going to fill that, and then there's just loads of bits need sanding and finishing off, don't they? I don't know why we've got a trim on here. I don't know why it wasn't bordered and just skimmed, because otherwise it just looks a bit weird, doesn't it? And then Ronnie's got a problem with using pins and just leaving them sticking out the skating boards. I don't know why he does that. Just needs like a nail tap. And I hate going around jobs, but obviously try and get the cork out of the line of the. Oh, I know this is a landlord's job, but it's crap, really, isn't it? And then this was plastered in and wonky, so just pulled all the plaster's come off it, and we're now gonna have to, like, fill this, sand it, smooth it, come back, paint it. So we might as well sand and smooth everywhere else now while we're here. I can't stand. That's not us, but when people paint I think that was already like that when it bro. One thing to say is, like, we'll always fix it so that it is good, but it's just hard, yeah. It'd be easier if it just got done right the first time. No, just damp proofing because we didn't have the space with the stairs. Look, I'd forgot about that job. I thought it was done. I'd asked Ronnie to go and finish painting it and caulking to put the skating boards on, and obviously I didn't hear nothing else then, so I haven't invoiced them yet, but I'd feel embarrassed if I'd have invoiced them now. Because they'd have been like, you know, gone round and been like, ugh. Or maybe they wouldn't, maybe they just said, look, you know, don't use him again. Now it's hard, like, do I put this on YouTube? I feel like I do. I'm not really that arsed whether people think that, oh, I wouldn't use you, use a crap. Well, I feel like we're better showing that this stuff happens, which I know it happens in other firms and other businesses and whatever, but as long as we show it fixed and the final result all done. The only thing I don't get is them trims. I don't get why he's put trims on, but it makes it harder because I should be doing other stuff now, but I'm not. I'm, you know, driving around with ladders, making sure that obviously Paul and Phil can be in this week and we can, you know, get jobs ticked off. And this is where you do need bigger jobs, projects where you do need skilled labourers on, and they pull the weight times 10 on those jobs. But when you're on these jobs where it's finishing jobs and there's little bits and people are telling you they can do skirting, they can do plastering, and they can do whatever else, and you've got to give someone a chance, haven't you? You've got to give them a chance to prove themselves or to learn. So it's just little bits that for me, like, it's close to being okay, but it's the decision making one that I don't get. So like the socket was like that and plastered round, and I'm like surely, like, you know, that's not okay. Like, if you don't know how to do it or you don't know what to do, then fine, ask, phone me and say, oh, the socket here, what should I do? But don't just plaster the socket in wonky and go. But yeah, I'm trying to be positive and happy, and I'm trying not to get my mood down, because I feel like, I don't know whether my chest pain's just anxiety and stress. But, you know, my life would be a lot easier if I had more people who just earned me more money by just coming in and cracking on, and it was less reliant on me. But, you know, so I am trying to be positive, just not in the best of moods at the minute. So I'm going to Screwfix now because the rad wasn't hung, so I'm going to buy some parts to hang the rad. Well, that's the end of a depressing day. Oh, and I nearly forgot to turn left. Yeah, I think we got 2 jobs ticked off today. I went to another job and then realised there was actually loads of work there to do, and I thought it was done. So I've massively underpriced that job, or I've priced it right and I've just sent the wrong people to it. And yeah, annoying, isn't it? So we've probably only brought in 250 quid today, and it's probably cost £500. So, oh well. How many days do people, like normal people, go to work and think, oh, today's cost me, I've done 8-9 hours shift and it's cost me money? How many times do people do that? Or is it just self-employed people who can do that? But yeah, I'm going to leave it at that and start tomorrow in a better mood. Hey, what day is it, Phil? Wednesday. So we're still waiting on the tipper. Just been emptying loads of stuff. Dave's come to get a few bits, and then we've just emptied my van of, like, just the build-up of crap that's been there for I don't know how many months.
Years.
But we're going to mine today to self-level the underfloor heating. And I just need to put that filler in there and the mop, and just grab that 10mm pipe. And then we need a good tidy up of the trailers, like organising butts or HC screws, like the end of a screw. Whoa. And then we're going to go to my mum's and get all the scaffold from there as well. There is a lot. Right, just been to MDL, and if you need any timber, these actually import it in Liverpool. So I've just got some picture rail, dado rail, some MDF panelling, some plywood, some all sorts, because Rachel suddenly wants to do all the house up for a baby shower. And I did start tidying this on the front, however I started tidying the back, and now more stuff's come in the front that was in the back that wasn't meant to be in the back. So I need to find places for them. Like, where do I put, like, I've got stickers and stuff, so where do I put them? I can't put them in the back of the van because they'll just get absolutely ruined. And I used to put them up here and whatever. Right, today's been a bit of a, let me flip this round. Today's been a bit of a crappy start, I think, because I don't know, it's just hard. I mean, it's sunny. I'm gonna take this jumper off now. Been in the yard, emptied my van full of like rubbish. I don't know what that was. Emptied the van full of like loads of rubbish and stuff, but I just feel like it's a bit of a dead day. I've got Ronnie on. He's been to one job and said like, nah, like he doesn't want to do it, or there's no point us doing it because it's a macerator, toilet macerator that's failed, and the one, I think, I don't know if I put it on here, they've got a toilet macerator going into a 28mm pipe, I think it is. I don't even know whether it's 28mm, I think it's a 21 and a half, 22, like an overflow pipe. But he was doing that, and I said, look, disconnect it, because I reckon the pipe's blocked. Because when we like, tried to use the toilet, it was trying to go, but wasn't. There's been loads of these macerators that I could do with, like, bringing them back and tidying them up and then obviously refurbishing them, but I just haven't got time, to be honest. But yeah, we're on my house today because I'm getting all the self-leveler delivered. So hopefully, I don't know what time the self-leveler's going to come, but what can I do? I can't leave £1,000 worth of self-leveler on the driveway, and if it starts raining or whatever. So I've had to have lads on ours today, so I've started trying to do this panelling and stuff. Saying that, 12:10. Oh, the day just goes, doesn't it? So I've put Ronnie onto a different job. Ben and the other lads are flying on the Loft extension job. They're just cracking on with it. And I've got Phil and Paul with me today, so hopefully we can get the panelling done now, and in that time the self-level will turn up and we can start self-leveling, because I want to try and get, when you're self-leveling underfloor heating, it floats, so sometimes you've got to self-level like up to the self-leveler so that it grips it, and then, or you can do it and rest something on the wires and then do a second coat over the top where the wires won't move, or we try and fix the wires down somehow, but it's just there's a lot of wire. So right, next one will hopefully be at mine, doing the panelling on the ceiling. How many people panel the ceiling? But that's what we're doing. Right, just on the way back from MDL, and I'm calling past one of Cozy Living's jobs. I don't know what it, oh my god, I just dropped my phone like an idiot. Thank God it hasn't smashed. You ever do that and you just pick it up and think, oh no, please? But yeah, it's this one here. We've done work on this before, done all the fire doors and that. Let's go and have a look. Right, so this is the affected area. So obviously they're getting water and damp in there, so I'm guessing the gutter, the type of roof it is, but they said there's another room up there as well which is also affected. Let's go and have a look. Ah, interesting, this one's actually worse. Oh, it's quite far in to be a gutter. Let's have a look. Oh, bloody. Let's have a look. What can we see? Although I can drop the phone so they can't go too far. This would be a nightmare, wouldn't it? Look for scaffolding. It would be great if we had the cherry picker. I feel like the cherry picker is gonna open up a lot of work for us. Let's go and have a look if we can see what he's doing that on the outside. Right, so there's the window, there's the affected area. However, is that? Anyway, you can see plants growing, they're getting moisture, so it's looking to seem to be like a watermark there. It's either, oh, it's an internal gutter, isn't it? Ah, that's why. And then the neighbour there. Oh, I've got the thing now. Something's happened there, isn't it? Right, there's Ronnie. Hi mate, you okay? Sound all done. Right, back on this job, and what keeps happening is they keep opening the window like fully, and these clips keep coming out, and then obviously the window comes out of its hinges, so I've just fitted a little window restrictor, so hopefully they can still open it. And I've tried to get it where they can still open it, and it'll allow, you know, if it rains it won't come in the house, because if you go too high with it, it can be that. And then obviously we'll just leave the key. What is that from? Oh, I know what that's from. That's from the, no, I don't know what that's from. How is that from? Yeah. That definitely looks like it's come off this window somewhere. It was in there, wasn't it? But yeah, hopefully that'll do it, and then obviously they can still open it in the case of a fire, although I don't know if they still class them as fire escape windows. If it's like if the fire brigade are going to come up that high, I can't remember. This is the one with the funny stairs though. Look at these for stairs. Oh, I jumped down them. How big they are. Right, let's go back to mine and get some work done. Happy now?
Cutting it fine.
Why am I cutting it fine?
Because you've got...
We're still waiting on the self-leveler.
Yeah.
Oh, half 5 have got me appointments. But we are... Rachel's absolutely dying for us to put this little bead in round the... weren't you? Couldn't sleep at night.
I was dying that you did the ceilings and you said, let's panel the ceiling.
I said it? No. You're the one who said, let's panel it. So we've done a panel round there, then we lasered across there to get this one. And then now we're going round the room, round the perimeter of the coving, just adding a little detail. And then I've got some dado rail style to do some bigger squares in the middle of this picture rail, or I can't remember what it was called now. It's called something else. But I call it picture rail, but it's not. Right? Right, it's Thursday morning and I'm a bit more stressed than I normally am. I put a post out last night because I felt like we had Dave and Lewis is off at the minute. But just trying to get more brickwork jobs for them. I didn't realise like just how annoying it is, and it does reaffirm to me how we just need multi-skilled people that can do bits of everything. I don't know why that car's just done that. Oh, you might not be able to see it. I've just stopped to let a car reverse into a space and another car just overtook me and nearly caused a crash. But yeah, being multi-skilled is just like, or you've kind of got to be, I don't know, you kind of got to be in between, haven't you? You've either got to be able to get people in when you need them, but I just don't know if we've got enough space full time for like a bricklayer for Dave if he's not able to do other stuff as well. I don't know, yeah, it's tough. But yeah, I'm just feeling the pressure a bit at the minute because until we start the next big job, I'm going around doing little jobs and it's just as and when they come in and just trying to put the right people on the right jobs. And it's almost like in the morning and sometimes I'm thinking, oh, I haven't got anything for him to do, so I'll have to put them on the yard. And at the minute we're on my house, so I've got Phil, Paul and Ronnie on my house, and then the self-leveler's not turned up, it's been delayed another day, so now I have to put them on the yard, but then we're not making money, we're costing money. It's like double costing me because I'm paying them on the yard and my house. So yeah, just feeling a bit stressed at the minute. Not the best of Thursdays, and yet I say I've got loads of work coming in that's like that multi-skilled can do, but not that everyone can do. And I'm honestly having that debate whether it's worth having people on, or like the skilled labourers. Do I earn money off skilled labourers or not? At the minute, no. But on the bigger jobs, do we earn money on the skilled labourers? Because they're doing jobs that me, Ben, Mick and Scott would be doing otherwise, and they're on less money, so in theory they should, but I don't know yet, it's tough. I'm going to get the tipper from outside the job to take back the yard, to throw all the rubbish on, to then go to my mum's because there's all scaffolding my mum's that she wants cleaning from the garden. And I'm like, I don't know, I feel like my time could be better put elsewhere. Like I could definitely be earning more money today than being on my house and the yard. But that's a responsibility I took on when you set up a company and you offer people work. You don't offer them intermittent work, you offer them sort of work that's ongoing, and they expect to be able to come in, and obviously you've got jobs for them. Yeah. So we're just on the yard getting rid of all the rubbish, and here's me the shed. Forgot it had water in. And now I can jump on and get rid of that now. Oh, I should have got it further forward, shouldn't I? Right, I'm just back at Oldham Brothers with... I'm not happy because it's not a full load, is it? Just took the net off now and put it in the front seat. I prefer when we've got a full load, but this will have to do. I'm just waiting for him to shout us over with... Oh, I can probably get this ready actually. Oh, and I've just noticed this, look. So I'm gonna have to get that sorted now, maybe zip tie it for now. Let's go and dump this.
On that side of the room.
Should we get this discussion on YouTube? Rachel's changing the plans again, aren't you?
No, I actually said don't start with the lights, and you started with the lights.
Yeah.
So we've done a perimeter, and then in a different style, I'll call it dado rail. We've done the squares that are spaced out. So they're all right, aren't they?
Yeah.
And I just need a ceiling rose for that one.
Yeah.
And then we need to put these lights back in.
Yeah.
But then you want to change these now.
I don't think they look right. It was you wanting to do that.
So what do you want to do with them? 2 rectangles.
I just think
I don't think you'll get a rectangle because obviously the smoke alarms and that'll be in the way, won't they?
On that line, yeah. But
And the
that line's
speaker.
not true anyway, if you look at it.
And it might just miss the speaker on this one.
Well, that line, if you look at that, that's not true. Look at this line of top coming.
Yeah.
On your end, it's pointing towards your left.
Whatever you want to do, Rach. You've got these for another few hours.
2 bigger rectangles there.
She wants these all painted today as well, you know. Oh.
Well, that's what we were just about to start calling then.
Why don't you do a big one that way?
Yeah, I said that, and she was like, "Oh, I don't want to change the direction of the."
Oh, okay.
I just don't know whether you should do 2 here, 2 smaller like rectangles, or just do 1 big one.
Yeah, what would look good if you did like where that is now, did a small one, and basically took that to the edge, round the light, and then you could do another. I don't know. You're making more work here, aren't you?
But then you won't be happy that your lights aren't central. In the square.
Yeah, that was the idea. I know, that's what.
The lights can't change because they're in the middle of this, so they can't change.
Anderson's not big enough to stand in there and play with him yet.
Well, I've got to go. My mum's and get scaffolding, so I'll leave you to decide.
You're not going to see that for me?
I'm gonna have my lunch now, yeah.
Yeah, so you can draw
So
it
just
up.
widen.
But I want to have my lunch in peace.
Widen the viewport.
So after doing the gutter jobs, I've invested in. I've got one of these vacuums anyway, 3,000 watt ones. However, this one's comes with all these poles to clean gutters with. That's proper, like, big, isn't it? Like, that's a proper thick.
I reckon you leave them with half left flexible.
Yeah, just in case.
Just to be able to manoeuvre.
Do one of you want to put that together for us? And then I can bin the box. I'm just going to go back to the yard now. Don't distract them. Right, I'll see you in a bit. So you remember the toilets we picked up? This is one of the urinals now.
Oh, wow.
Does it look a bit different?
You sure?
I don't use it properly yet though. I need to.
Yeah.
As I say, last time you seen this, he was towing it as a urinal.
They look a bit different now.
We just need to go through all this, don't we? There's loads of stuff, like, I think as soon as you put it in a bucket, unless you do it like that, where you're like, right, I need straps or a bungee or whatever, you go, yeah,
That's the only
sound.
thing I've done it with though is the straps.
Yeah.
Fit. And that's only till I find a better place, Andy.
And then look, I'll show you. I only got that the other day. Whenever you get gas, you've got to have it in a cage, apparently.
Yeah.
And then we have these for all different bits. And then we've still got, I think, 12,000 brick at the minute.
Yeah.
Which hopefully someone come the other day and said they might have them all off us. It should be good.
Well, they collect it.
I think we'll come a grab wagon and just lift it on. But so I need another delivery of these slabs because these slabs have been amazing.
Yeah.
So every time these come, my yard gets bigger. So we need to do this bit, and then that trailer's going to swap with that one. Because see, that one's got the door on this side.
Yeah.
So we'll pull that one to here and put that one in the middle.
So the two doors are just...
And then look at these ones. Although these will look similar to when you towed them.
Yeah.
But this one we've kept. That's the side toilet.
Yeah. So is that, do you have to have one there?
Yeah. Well, yeah, should. I think legally we have to, but morally as well.
That's what I mean. Like,
And then this one, look at this difference. This one hopefully will be slightly different.
it's one thing to say it'd be good to have it, but then the other side of it is you have to have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this will be the lunchroom.
Great.
But it's just having time to get it all done.
Yeah. Well, it does take time for it.
Nearly there. So we've just got a table to go in there. And then back here, these slabs are going to go back again. So the machine I'm waiting on to do Sarah's is also going to do this bit. So the slabs will actually come, we should get another 2 slabs in. So if we get another 2 slabs, it means all them get moved back. And we'll have that whole space as usable then.
Golly.
And I can buy more stuff.
And will you get more hassle of the locals?
No, I don't. I think it's sort of stopped now because no one can see it, can they?
No.
Since we put the fence up.
That's right. Sometimes
It's been out of sight, hasn't it?
Sometimes they get in that way without thinking about it.
Yeah.
They don't see it through and then they go, and then they realise.
Hopefully they think it's not as bad as...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like you say, they don't even notice it.
You're having withdrawal symptoms from not going to the gym. Oh, from going to the gym. Right, we're just getting rid of 2, 4, 6 stillages and these leftover bits.
And he's done 2 runs and he's on his phone again.
Yeah. I actually forgot some of this was here. So here's me thinking I was going to buy more scaffolding. And we got loads of standards here.
Over the next 2 weeks, you're going to have
Yeah. Hopefully before then. Although we're busy tomorrow, we'll just see how many jobs we get ticked off tomorrow.
We'll be going tomorrow.
Right, all done. I'll send you an invoice later when I get in, and I'll price to get rid of all that for you.
So is this just staying there now?
Yeah, well tomorrow afternoon hopefully we'll come back for that. Hey, we've made a good dent there,
That's good.
haven't we?
It'd be good to get this.
Yeah. It'd be good to use it on the yard.
And the big thing.
That's where we're at, Andy.
Photographer. Videographer Phil.
No.
So, you know what is actually weird? Like, this feels like a weird moment because I'm taking stuff from my mum's to like my yard. It's like as if I moved out. It's like I moved out my mum's house now.
Again. Down, lower.
Not quite moved out because I've still got loads of stuff to move.
Still in the process. Should get that. I think you're through to the other side, yeah.
Corporate extension Ronnie made it.
Useful.
Very useful, aren't they? We're going to stick in this one now.
Yeah.
Might be better taking that off, might I? Putting it on top.
I wouldn't put it on that.
Stick it in front for now.
If anything, you want to rejig them so that's on the bottom.
I'll just stick it in front there.
Yeah.
Just thinking I can't wait to have
I wonder who that was then. It's your mum. But who's walking on the yard? Right. Don't be making a mess. I've had mum and dad on the yard today. I've had both of you on the yard today.
Just been in that trailer.
In the office.
Yeah, so
That's what I was saying to Dad. Was laughing, saying that that's my dad. Yeah. Who do you think it was? I thought it was your uncle because like you said you were taking your uncle to tow trailers and then when you
Yeah.
Philip.
Yeah, Phil.
you said last time you seen them, you were towing them.
Hey, aren't they good?
Getting there, innit?
What did I don't know what you paid for them, it doesn't matter.
For which, the trailers?
Aren't they good?
It was £1,000 for 6 of them.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, and then we've
They
obviously...
perform well, don't they? Which other one have you converted on?
Oh yeah, that one down there.
Which one?
So you've seen the office, haven't you?
And what's that one?
Storage. It's only the end one, look.
Which one?
Better than in your garden.
Too right it is.
I was just saying, I feel like I'm moving out your house again. Well, someone's excited about a pole. Oh, be careful. Eddie, let me demonstrate how high my pole goes. Are you helping Daddy? Listen to him. Come on, stand it up. Stand it up. Come on. Clean the gutters. Eddie Anderson, you stand it up. Go on. Pull up. Pull it up. Oh, well done, Anderson. Let go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm quite impressed. If it reaches that, like we're not going to do anything higher than that, are we?
Hi, you are currently being recorded.
Are you going to help Daddy put the tubes in the bag? Can you put them in the bag?
Are you going to use the hoover and do our grass now?
No. This is probably one of the first times where I've like got use out of the yard where everyone's met here and got like
Materials.
yeah, you just meet here and go right mixer, sand, cement.
You know that's my policy.
Yeah. And you've got gutter stuff. So I've just put the pictures in the group. Do you know what you're doing on that one? I've just told Phil. You've not looked at the group yet. You just have to see what you can get on your roof rack then.
Okay.
And then I'll send you the other job as well. Stop swearing. Stop swearing. Well, hold on. We have got another job that we've got to go and fix. That one you plastered and then filled and then needs filling again.
Just needs a little bit doing just there.
And
let it try.
then you're just waiting for Dave, aren't you, to pick it up? Dave made his own decisions to just go to the job, but without the key. When I said meet here, and he's like, "Oh, why are we meeting there?" And I was like, "Oh, because I've got the key."
No comments.
No comments.
No comments.
It feels good meeting at the yard and giving lads materials that we've already got, and like the mixing and cement and stuff. And it does make me think that like going forward, I need to like start. Well, not yet, but when it is like starting to get up and running, I need to start then looking to buy stuff in bulk. So like gutters, downpipes, clips, stuff like that, that when you look at it, we actually pay about like, sometimes we pay like 50%, even double. So like when we go to Chestnut and buy like individual like elbows and stuff, and then you can buy them in Screwfix, and you can buy like a pack of 5 and they'll be like half the price basically. So if we can buy them in bulk, even cheaper than Screwfix, then that's when we're flying, isn't it? I need to find like a PVC manufacturer in China and just order a container of like underground, like, oh, especially the underground stuff, God, like you save absolutely loads on that. Like, you can get couplers and stuff for like £2.50, and like sometimes we'll be paying like a tenner for a coupler. And it doesn't, when you're doing the little jobs, it doesn't really sound like much, but then when you put it into percentages, it's like, whoa, that's like actually loads. And it's just how much we can do that with. But then, I don't know, I spoke to her, and I remember speaking to Chris at Every Trade about this, and he was saying that he used to do it, but then what happens is, like, stuff goes missing, like, gets damaged, gets like, you know, and you end up having, it's like a full-time job for someone to manage it all and maintain it and keep the stock count and do whatever, and it's like, it's not worth it. You're better just getting the lads doing their own bit. That's what I mean. So it would be, how would you manage the stock take? So if I buy 1,000 elbows for plumbing, like, how do I stop, you know, to save 30%? How do I stop people just going, oh, I've got a job on the weekend, oh, I've got my house to do, I'll just get all the parts for my house here. Like, how do you stop that? You can't, can you? Even with cameras everywhere, you've got to pay someone to watch cameras and stuff. But hopefully, I don't know, as I say, hopefully, like, you've got staff that won't do that. But then, I don't know whether I'm just being naive there. I like to think the lads now are all dead honest, and like, even with wages and stuff, they'll say, oh, you've overpaid me there, or oh, you've this and that, and I'll say, oh no, it's because you stayed late on whatever. So I feel like I have got a good balance and a good relationship with the lads at the minute, where like we trust each other to like do the right thing. But yeah, the more like the last few months, I've just realised, like, business is hard, isn't it? Like, there's certain ones that are easy and certain ones that are hard, and like property development is a lot easier, is miles easier. Like I say, it's more stressful doing all the money side of things and the solicitors and all that side of stuff, but like the actual building side of things is so easy, because you just like, you just turn up and you go, like, it's our house, we're doing it to buy or sell and to renovate, and it's just like, I'll do this, that, and the lads know what they're doing. All these little jobs are like I was looking yesterday, so we were doing loads of jobs for Cozy Living, and they were getting loads of damp caused by gutters overflowing and being full and whatever, and he was like, oh, can you clean them gutters, can you clean these gutters, can you clean that gutters? And I looked at it and I thought, oh, I'll get one of them telescopic poles for the Hoover. So I was looking at them on eBay, and then one I followed one, or like a favour to do, and then they sent me an offer with like 50 quid off it, and I thought, oh, do you know what, I'll get it. And it come with a Hoover, the same Hoover I've got. So that must be like a Hoover that's made in China, that's like just literally mass produced. Because it's been brilliant. I got my Hoover years ago, absolutely years ago, and we've like literally done loads with it, and literally emptied toilets with it and all sorts, and it's still going. So I thought, I'll get this, and then if we get gutter jobs we can do it, which they're going to one now actually, filling running. So, but I think they're just going to do it with the ladder, because they're actually putting the ladder up there anyway to change the other gutters. But if not, they can come back and get this Hoover and give it a go. I'll message them now actually to tell them. So me, Ronnie and Phil have gone to do 2 Cozy Living jobs. Paul's on mine today. We're going to, hopefully the self-level will arrive at some point. And then we've got to finish the other bits of panelling and stuff on the ceiling. Rachel's just gone panelling mad. And then hopefully we'll get to me mum's this afternoon. I'll go and pick the tipper up and do that. We'll see. It all depends on if this self-level arrives, and what time it arrives, and the flooring's arriving. Oh, I forgot about that. So there's 100 bags of self-leveler to lift in, and then there's 135 metres squared of flooring to lift in. So there's actually, I need more lads on mine than me and Paul, otherwise I'm going to be absolutely knackered today. What's that, 20 kilograms? So there's 2 ton of self-leveler to lift in and mix and pour and do everything. Are they going to let me go? No. Oh, thank you, mate. Right, let's get to it. So I've just come to get to South Liverpool Commercials to get the tipper. So all good, all passed its MOT. Just needed a wing mirror, and there was a code on the dash or something. He said that it was cleared. Oh no. I was going to say, I thought the central locking wasn't working then. This is the skip wagon, as you can tell. But yeah, we're just waiting for the self-leveler on my house still. We've started prepping all the floors and everything ready for it. So when that comes, hopefully, we'll just go straight in. Oh, and I have got an update for you. Unfortunately, this van, this keeps falling off for some reason, but I think this is the one that's wobbly anyway. Yeah, it is. Hopefully this stays on. I got that the wrong way. Come on. Oh God. No, I haven't. Oh no, I have, yeah. No, I haven't. Sorry, I'm just having a fight with this. I don't get how that's meant to work. Is it like that? No. Sorry, either way I have this. It doesn't, I think it only works that way, this one. No, because even when I bend it that way, it doesn't. Come on. What is going on? I'm sure I've had this before. God, I bet I've just spun all the things around. I'm going to have to edit all that. But, unfortunately, don't even start. Yes. Unfortunately, although I'm celebrating the van starting, unfortunately, the planning permission for the yard has been refused today. I got an email off Darren, the planning consultant, and he said he's going to obviously take a look at the reasoning for the refusal, and he's going to get back to me and obviously go through the next step. So I thought I changed the plans to be the same as next door's building, so I thought, how can they grant next doors? They've literally just granted next doors all this work, and whatever on theirs, like solar panels and rendering and this and that. And so we copied their building, and I thought, well, the building's going to look the same as next door, so they can't grant that and then refuse mine, but they have. So we'll just have to see the reasonings for refusal, and yeah, see what we can do. I've sort of obviously been using the yard as is, so if I don't have a warehouse, it's not the end of the world. It's a big chunk of money that I haven't got at the minute that I'd have to try and come up with to build the warehouse. But, you know, I'm going to use the yard just as a storage yard for my own company regardless, so it's not end of the world that the warehouse has been refused. It's just whether they try and stop it being a yard, and actually they've said that it's a yard though, so I don't think go down that. Oh my God, they've put like a whole new mirror on. literally put a whole new. No wonder it costs so much. Got a shiny new mirror on the bloody skip wagon. I got one of them off eBay. But yeah, we'll just have to reassess and see what the reasons are, and then we'll take it from there and see. But like, I'm quite happy with how the yard is at the minute, and you know, it's only going to get better each month we get a chance to do a little bit of work on it. So not all doom and gloom, and sort of I was expecting them. I've been told that they would refuse it and I'd have to appeal it. That was from someone at planning. So when you're getting told that, it's like, well, there you go. So we'll see what the reasons are and take it from there.
Half a day till Andy said, bang, yeah.
So your van's a mess now, and now you're getting the new Hoover in it. I fingered the poles last night. It reaches my gutters on my dormer.
I only once it took them all apart, but just before it got off. That's nice.
Did you try it?
No, I didn't. Rachel said, could you take that apart and put it in the house? So I did, just went back.
Oh, yeah.
Took it apart. It was quite high though.
Get me a video of you using that then. We've now had a delivery of the new flooring, and you wouldn't think, would you, that was like, what, £3,000 worth on a pallet. So I'm going to put this down the side of the house. The fella come with the pump truck, and it won't get over this, so I was thinking, shall I go and get the pump truck from the yard and bring it here? But by the time we do that, me and Paul would have just moved them around the back anyway. So we've got the same issue with the self-leveler. So we've got 2 pallets of self-leveler to try and get through today, which should be fun. Let's see if we can, how much we can get mixed today. And the day of deliveries, we've got our triple ladders, which are classed as seconds / refurbished, but I think they come straight from the manufacturer, so I'm guessing the ones where someone sent them back and they've got a dent or a scratch on. Yeah, thank you. Andrew.
Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you very much. They can go straight on my roof rack. Right, so inside, I'm now starting to realise how much of a mistake this has cost me. how expensive this mistake is. But we've just filled some of the joins in between, and then we foamed underneath the skirting boards, because obviously we don't want self-levelers to go around that way. It would have been easier to do different types of mats. Where I went wrong was I ordered, I was speaking to the company and they were going back and forth, and it was, to be honest, it was that confusing at the time when I'd done it. But I ordered this one because it was a better wattage. They were like, oh, I'd go with the bigger wattage, not realising that we weren't putting tiles down or anything. And that, you know, they were just suggesting to me, oh yeah, use this one because it'll be warmer for your house, not knowing that I'd have to self-level over the whole ground floor. Whereas in the last house we had this underfloor heating, but it was on like a foil back, and it was a lot thinner, and you could put laminate over it. So that's the one I thought I'd ordered. And then we put this down, we put an underlay over it, and then put the flooring over it, and it was fine. Even when you were on it, Paul, like, even when we pulled it up then, it wasn't, you couldn't feel that much, could you? I'm shocked that it caused that much, like, damage to the floor. But, yeah, even like 1 millimetre difference in the flooring, and it'll cause the corners and that to crack up. So we've just got ground floor in it like this. And this is the one we were having a low reading on. So what we're going to do is I'm going to have to pull that up the thing there. So this bit's all ready to self-level now. On the concrete side, we don't need to do anything with the skirting, so we're just going to put, make sure we cover this, and I think it says you've got to have 8mm of self-leveler over the top of the underfloor heating or wire, and then we've still got to do a bit of panelling over the top like we have done here in this room. But I want to try and get this self-leveler done in the hall so that it'll dry the fastest, and then at least Rachel and Anderson can go upstairs tonight when we get in. What percentage would you say we're through at the minute?
Maybe 15.
We've got that room all done, and all we're focusing on now is just covering the wires, and then these little bits afterwards, I don't mind coming out afterwards and doing a little bit more, or whether we I just don't want to try and do everything in one go and not get the matting covered, which is the main bit. And then this bit here, we had to do this office, and then we'll have to go over that again, because I think that bit was a bit lower than, obviously, when we do this wire now. The self-leveler is going to be there, and we'll have to maybe feather it out into that a bit more. But yeah, one thing's just making sure you take down any bits that are sticking up, otherwise you can see little bits there and then I've just been going over it with the spike roller, trying to press them down. Right, ready? Another 3. So anyone who's done self-leveler over concrete, you'll know this. Watch this when I pour this down now. Listen to it. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. You see it start bubbling. And basically, if you pour the self-level on that, it just sucks it up straight away and doesn't have time to self-level. So we are running late. We're into the second pallet. However, I'm just trying to soak everything ahead of where I'm doing, so that when we come to it, it doesn't dry too quick and it gets time to self-level. But yeah, just need to do some thick ones now over the cables, and then I might just leave tomorrow and I can like self-level any bits that are left then. But yeah, do like a hose basically. It needs to be quite a considerable amount of water because it just dries straight away otherwise. Right, 6:15. Slightly underestimated this, didn't I? And I've got a garden full of stuff that's gonna have to stay there. We just got this and that bit of the underfloor heating to do, and we've got 6 bags left, so we'll cover the underfloor heating, won't we? Yeah. And I reckon we'll have, 1 or 2 mixers off.
Oh, 2 mixers, yeah.
I reckon 1 or 2, but then there's a few areas like that corner there where I didn't want to start, going too far with it. I thought I'm probably going to have little bits that I'm going to fill, so like there as well.
Well, there has been the odd mixer where we've put 4 bags in, hasn't he?
Yeah. But yeah, let's try and get the underfloor heating done so that at least Anderson can walk on this tonight or tomorrow, and then I can judge how many bags I need then. I probably need 10 bags just to go over it anywhere and feather anything out or cover any. I'm just waiting for these bits to go off now so that I can push them in, because a few of these are, and then I just need to check, so see like that. I'm just waiting for it to go off so that as I push it in, it sticks down like that. But you do need it to be, and then there's a few bits where if the wire floats up, especially like the corner bits there, look, if that floats up, we'll go over that again, because I think, I need to read it, I think it was either 8 or 10 mil above the wire, before you have obviously your flooring or whatever it is. And just that one there, look. There we go. But yeah, I think 130 metres squared we've done today. Right, that is 100 bags of self-leveler later. Paul's carried 2 ton 3 times, haven't you? Well, just less than 2 ton.
That will make it better. Shoulders feeling well better there, isn't it?
Just less than 2 ton because Ronnie broke a bag.
I think I might have come off the pallet though.
I still got it. So I reckon we were, 6 bags off being done, as in for today. And then probably, 6 bags from just touching up little areas. And then it's ready for flooring. Right, that's it for Friday and the week. And I'm going to answer this call. So if you're enjoying it, please do subscribe, and I'll show you next episode how good or bad this has turned out. Right, just when you thought you were rid of me. And it's all dry. So there's only literally that bit there where you can see where I've just done. That's wet. All this bit's dry, so I'm just going over. There's a couple of bits. So there's one bit there where you can see that's a bit low. So we're going to have to go another bit over that. You can see there needs a little bit more there where we've had a hole. So what we'll do is we'll fill these and then we'll go over that again. And the same there. So there's a couple of bits by the fireplace I didn't get, and then there's that bit. So yeah, I'm going to have to order a few more bags and make sure we're covering all these. But there's only that, and then this bit where the floor was, where it's fell through like a little crack in the floorboard. Probably rushed that bit, didn't we? Oh yeah, definitely the bathroom we rushed. Look at that. So I'll have to pick up a few bags, and then the office was lower. Then we had to build this bit up where the cable was now. We've probably got about 10 mil, 8 mil, so probably 10 mil on that again. And then it'll all be sweet level. Right, I'm gonna go and get some food, so I can't get to the fridge. So I'm gonna go over the road and get something to eat. 7 o'clock, wow. And tomorrow, it looks like I might be going in goal. Although against sort of doctors' orders, so maybe I'm being a bit stupid, but he sort of said to take it easy. And they said, oh, the tests have come back and, you know, it's nothing, you don't think it's my heart, which is reassuring. But he said, I said, okay, so I'm okay to play football, and she said, I wouldn't, I'd leave it until you get your heart scan. Now I have had heart scans, obviously, when I played professional, but obviously it could have developed in like the last couple of years. But we'll see. Last game of the season tomorrow, and to be honest, I am looking forward to the season finishing. I've enjoyed aspects of doing the management, but when your hands are tied, and I don't like saying that, because we could have still done better. We could have still won more games than we have, so, and not been. So I take full responsibility for how the lads have played and how we've done it, but I also, you know, a bit of a balance that it could have been a lot easier for me if we could sign people and we didn't half the budget and whatever else. But I don't like using excuses, so right, I'm gonna go over the road and get some food.